right now, it is time to turn our attention to tonight's main event.
There's only one thing I ain't never seen. Boy, I seen a lot of things. I done seen a lot of places.
The following is a no holds barred match. Introducing first from Pioneer City, Maryland, weighing in at 333 pounds, AJ Francis.
As we gather ourselves here again, trying to keep our eyes on what's happening right now in front of us, despite the wild events of this evening. We know AJ Francis has made no bones about saying that first class was always about AJ Francis. And he made that abundantly clear after Rich Swann took a baseball bat to the first class penthouse. First class absolutely imploded, and since then needs to have been more than at odds, including AJ Francis eliminating Rich Swann from Feast or Fire with that nasty down payment onto the apron of the ring. Swann didn't even get up after that one. And now they get to settle all their business with all the rules out the window. We'll see what first class was truly about here. No holds barred.
Put your hands up, clap with me now. Put your hands up, clap with me now. Let's go. Rich Swann is with a body and he will make the people clap.
And his opponent from Baltimore, Maryland, weighing in at 180 pounds, Rich Swann.
Rich Swann, only all about having a good time, but you saw the look on his face, and you see he ain't coming alone. He is coming armed to the teeth. And why not? The rules are out the window, and they're pretty damn simple. No disqualifications, no countouts. All that matters is a ball happening in the center of the ring. Otherwise, anything goes. As this match kicks off, Tom, you're with us.
Yeah,
all right,
thank you.
Yeah.
Just needed a second there, and hard not to pay attention to what's happening here. No holds barred. Oh, ironic. Rich Swann using the same baseball bat he used to destroy the first class penthouse months ago.
AJ Francis now cutting off Swann at the pass and not letting him use the table. AJ Francis will let nobody have satisfaction here in this match. Not Rich Swann, not the audience here in Albuquerque.
Oh, wait a minute, going for a down payment choke slam. I think Francis was thinking about doing that into the steel steps. There goes Francis.
That could have been the end of Rich Swann, and now Swanee back to the hardware, pulling out the table.
Swann and Francis started first class together. Oh, they met on a front. Swann saw the big man Francis and said, "You'd be perfect in the world of pro wrestling." Well, Francis told Swann, "I'm on my way to a tryout." Everything developed from there. Their friendship, their bond, both growing up in and outside of Baltimore, Maryland. It looked like this duo could go on to the TNA World Tag Team titles. But instead, Francis' ego destroyed the team.
Now Francis looking to destroy Swann up on the stage.
No countouts, no disqualifications in this matchup. Hold on a second. Whoa! Swann was going for a Canadian Destroyer on the ramp.
We saw him hit that at Genesis, but not to be tonight in Albuquerque.
Oh my God.
There's no way.
Oh no, not this Francis. AJ Francis trying to hook Swann to the Styles Clash on the stage.
Swann tried to reverse him, and now, oh, what the hell?
Oh, Francis driving Swann face first into the stage. Who will walk away victorious from the rubble of first
an absolute dominant performance by AJ Francis. I mean, Swann had a hell of an early going in this matchup, but he may be out of it.
AJ Francis, the kendo stick to the spine. Remember, no countouts, no disqualifications. The match has to end via pinfall or submission inside the ring.
Think about all that's led up to this. You talked about first class being formed together. Swann and Francis. Swann went away. Immediately, Francis replaces him with Casey Navarro. Time goes on, challenges made. Casey Navarro taken out by injury. Immediately, once again replaced by Rich Swann back into the picture.
Casey Navarro was replaced by AJ Francis and booted out of first class. That brought Rich Swann back.
That shows the kind of iron grip AJ Francis always had on first class.
It was never truly a partnership. It was always about AJ Francis.
Out of Rich Swann here.
Right, the handle of a cane there into the throat. It's all legal. There are no disqualifications in this type of match.
No countouts, no nothing. Francis can take his sweet time doing whatever he wants. Look at this. Wrapped around the neck of Rich Swann. Courtesy of Swann. Francis just showing absolute disdain for everybody here in Albuquerque.
On a big right hand there by Rich Swann, back up to his feet. Swann knew he was going to be in for a war tonight. Just went face first into the steel post.
Francis about to cook up something real nice here. He's got that baking sheet.
Oh, Swann able to duck it. Super kick. Swann went all the way up to get him.
Out of reach on that kick. He got the big man. Now cracking that sheet over the spine of Francis here.
Swann right to the head of Francis.
Swann's giving up a lot of size. He's got to take any advantage he can get. Try to chop the big man down. That's a good start.
Shoulder first into the steel post. Francis is staggered. Now Swann
swinging through and kicking. Francis trying to recover right out here in front of our desk.
AJ Francis, oh, grabbing some A-game.
Hey, baby. It works. The big man's found another lease on life in this matchup.
Francis is an A-game ambassador.
And now, the steel chair to employ some more punishment to Rich Swann.
Steel chair to the spine. This is a no-holds-barred match here on TNA Thursday Night Impact on AMC. AJ Francis in control against Rich Swann, two former teammates within the group known as First Class.
No disqualification, no countouts, no holds barred in this one. And Francis asserting his authority, asserting his power in this matchup.
Swann on the move, look out! Francis face first into the steel chair. This has been an emotional and challenging night for all of us here in TNA Wrestling with the results of Feast or Fired announced earlier on this evening.
There's no doubt about it. A lot of us had a lot of feelings here, and of course, someone we know well, Steve Macklin, is no longer with us here in TNA.
Listen, it's been an emotional night. Let's do our jobs. Here's the cover. Francis thinks he has his one in the bag, but Swann is still in it.
Rich Swann is nothing if not resilient. They call him Mr. All Night Long for a number of reasons, but because he will just keep going when it gets tough, when the match gets into those final innings. And look at this, Francis just tossing those steel steps over the top rope.
The team of First Class always had so much potential. They could have won the TNA World Tag Team titles a number of times, but it was always AJ Francis' ego that got in the way. It was never about we, it was always about what's good for AJ Francis.
No doubt about it. Question is what Francis do now look as he tries to throw Swann onto those steps.
Swann fighting back, hold on. Oh, wait a minute! Francis went into the diamond plate.
Great counter there by Rich Swann.
Rich Swann, the former TNA World Champion, former TNA X Division Champion, battle-tested. Oh, a stone face first into the steel.
And Francis, he might be out. He might be out of his feet here.
Another cover middle of the ring.
Is that going to be enough, though?
Cover! Can Swanee put him away? Francis got the left shoulder on the time.
So close for Rich Swann, so close to putting a final period on the chapter in the story of First Class. Take another look back. Here's the stomp right over the steps. And then Swann following it all up with this perfectly timed cover. But somehow Francis stayed in the fight.
And now Swann going back underneath the ring for a table. Remember, no countouts, no disqualifications. The only way to win is via pinfall or submission inside the ring in this no-holds-barred match.
Well, apparently, Rich Swann didn't think that the first table was enough. If one is good, two is better. Francis, he may have kicked out of the cutter to stay in this matchup, but he has been off his feet. He is breathing heavy as Swann is now finding more and more plunder to add to the chaos in this no-holds-barred main event. 1, 2, 3, 4 chairs. Now a fifth. Swann. How many does he need here?
Francis is a 330-pound beast. Plenty of experience as an NFL defensive lineman. Oh, Swann got hit with the TFL!
Right into the pile of steel chairs.
Arm draped over the chest. Swann is still in this thing. Swann was throwing all those chairs into the ring because he knows how difficult it is to keep Francis down.
But in doing so, he allowed Francis the room to recover, to boom, hit that TFL right into the pile of steel. And now, for those seconds that Rich Swann spent setting up the table, getting the steel chairs, will he pay the ultimate price?
Francis, think about that down payment. Swann suffered it plenty at Genesis weeks ago when Francis defeated Swann one-on-one. Oh, now Swann sending Francis into the tables! First Class right into the lumber!
Unreal crash for AJ Francis through both tables. What run? Rich Swann here. The Hurricane run off the apron. Francis goes tumbling to the floor. Chaos and carnage at ringside.
This is total non-stop action. This is TNA Wrestling.
But can Swann, he hit that blow on the outside, but can he follow up? Can he hit the finishing blow?
Going for that Phoenix splash out of the corner. He got it. Is it enough? Oh, Francis, he's still in this match.
Say what you will about AJ Francis and his attitude, but he is one tough SOB for kicking out of not only that Hurricane run up to the tables, but the Phoenix splash. What will it take?
Tremendous respect shown by the fans here in Albuquerque, New Mexico for this no-holds-barred match. And there's Rich Swann, the baseball bat he used to destroy the first-class penthouse months ago.
And here on ANC, maybe looking to strike the shades of Negan here and cave in the skull of AJ Francis.
Francis trying to keep his distance. Oh, ball of that fist! A steel chain around the hand of AJ Francis!
That's gotta be it.
Could this be the end? No, Swann won't give up!
You gotta be kidding! Watch this, the spit went flying. I don't want the tooth for all we know. But somehow Swann kicks out.
And now Francis grabbing the trash can full of weapons that Swann brought with him into the match.
And what more are these two willing to do to each other? Now Swann is helpless here.
Oh, Swann's defenseless!
AJ Francis not done! Only crack your skull, might pop an eardrum if you're Rich Swann. Swann is barely moving here.
Oh! Good God! The referee's got to stop Francis!
You gotta be careful, he doesn't want to get this entire match thrown out.
This is no holds barred. It is no disqualification. Technically, all this is legal.
Very much so. And look at Rich Swann. He's just a heap at this point.
Cover. What in the hell is Swann got in him? The heart of Rich Swann
is undeniable. But how much is the man still fighting? How much is just his body's instinct? And how much is left of Rich Swann? Oh, wait a second, Francis heading up to the second rope here. Hand around the throat of Swann. Is he thinking down payment?
Whoa, wait a minute! Francis went into the chairs!
Once again. Payback for Swann! And not done yet.
Off the top, the splash to the spine!
Could it be enough?
Swann sends Francis back to economy!
Here is your winner, Rich Swann!
What in war? The ashes of first class strewed all about the impact zone. And Rich Swann rises above it all.
Take a look back at the conclusion of this brutal, no-holds-barred match. This splash to the spine, Francis in the bed of chairs. Rich Swann, his trademark durability paid off tonight in spades as he put away AJ Francis.
Swann proven that he is better than he's ever been.
If we learned anything tonight, it's to keep moving forward. Times change, people change, but the fight never stops here at TNA.